Hi guys.
No, I don't like the intro.
Hey.
Super.
I introduce.
Hey, everyone. This is Barinada, Alex in her nutshell.
All right. This is your boy.
It's Papa too.
I'm still a boy. You don't.
This is your man. Alex in her nutshell. I'm going to be spoiling your show.
You have spoiled my.
You have 2 children.
I'm your boy.
Anyway, guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Bedrock Show.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, guys. Back to the show. Bedrock Show is back, right? So we've been away. We've been on married. No, people who born picking. What do they call them?
See, we just had our baby like a month back.
Yes.
And Bedrock Show has been off for like over a year.
It's pregnancy and baby arrival.
We're preparing
break,
for.
right? But
So we took a whole year. Just think about what you just said for a moment. Like we took a whole year to prepare to get pregnant and then give birth and then now nurturing the child.
Baby, yeah. And now we are coming back.
Anyways, we've been away and we're back.
Bedrock Show.
Bedrock Show is back.
So
and
it's
better.
all about sharing from our own perspective,
Yeah.
right? Around money, business, family, relationship.
Relationships, love. Love
Love,
and relationships.
love is part of relationship.
Okay.
So today we are going to be talking about something very interesting, which I think I'm guilty of. So this will be an opportunity. Yeah, I'm learning. Yeah, it's an opportunity for me to confess.
Confess openly. So one thing I like about him is that he knows when he's guilty.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we can actually talk about it. And
Yeah, you should know when you're messing up now. I think it's important.
so let's talk about the area. He said he's guilty. What he wants us, or what we're going to talk about today, is something not just him, possibly most
A lot of
people are actually, and this is not gender based or whatever. It's not like, oh, guys are guilty of this. It's everyone, male, female, everyone.
This your shoe, they enter my eye. I don't understand.
This is my red shoe. My shoe is red. That's why.
Lady in red too. Red has a theme.
Anyways, we're going to talk about intentionality.
Yeah, intentionality. So how do you become intentional, or what's the role of intentionality in?
What is intentionality first?
Okay, I define it. Define it.
To be
Process of being intentional.
the act of being intentional, but then that wouldn't solve the problem, right? So, but I think basically intentionality is about making deliberate efforts at making something work.
Okay, making deliberate effort about something, right? Paying
Yeah.
attention, being in the moment, being aware.
Being aware.
So I'm not really, when it comes to, I'm more like self-absorbed,
What does that even mean?
I'm focused most times on goals, myself, and it becomes a whole
Would
lot
it be right
easier.
to say that you're more self-centered,
That's a wrong language.
self-absorbed, self-centered?
No, leave the one I said. Self-absorbed. Focused. Focus on the goal, gentlemen, comrades.
You look out for yourself first.
Focus on the goal, right? So sometimes in that process, I might not really know what's going on. I mean, when I was single, I had a lot of relationships that broke because I was self-absorbed. I was that kind of guy that girls will say something like, if a guy does not call me, I won't call him. So I was that kind of guy. I had some relationships that broke because of the fact that the girl was waiting for me to call, and I was so focused on my goal that I forgot about the person.
In other words, you were not, and you tend not to be intentional about the other person.
I used to be like that.
Okay.
But now, as a born again that I am learning new ways to, courtesy of my wife though, she's the one that brought the intentionality thing to the table.
I'm always ringing it in the head.
Yeah, she's always mentioning it. So there are a couple of lines that ring through in the whole man. One of them is intentionality. The other one is we not go carry last. I not go carry last for this life.
That one is even the topic for another day. We're going to
we'll talk about that another time. But each time she mentions it, intentionality. So it helps me to really pay attention to what's going on. So it helps me to know how she feels about certain things. It helps me to study her body language. It helps me to know when she is not saying what she's saying. Women are good at that.
Well, I don't know what with hearing something that you're not saying. Are you a spirit? How can you be hearing what I'm not saying?
I'm a spirit of man.
Please. But the point we're trying to make is for you to have a solid home, a solid family life,
relationship.
It's the little efforts that count. That little effort is what makes up the intentionality that we're talking about. So if your wife does a new hair, you compliment her. Yes. He's guilty of that. That's why he's laughing.
Say it to my face.
If she does a new hair.
Say it to my face. Okay. Madam, don't blind me.
The other day you said I was after 2. If she's looking peng, you say it. Yeah?
Like I said that your shoe is entering my eye.
Oh well, that's part of it. And if you notice that your wife is not communicating as usual, something is definitely wrong.
She's not happy.
If you're not intentional, you will not notice.
And this intentionality thing, some relationships broke before they break. Right? Some relationships break
before the actual break.
Yeah, they actually broke a long time.
Breakfast was served before they actually ate it.
Happened.
Before
Why?
the time they ate it.
Because someone was not paying attention. Right? Someone was not intentional. And because of the fact that you were not intentional, you were not paying attention. So
I think I understand what you mean by some relationship broke before they break. It's just like when you say, oh, when I blow, when people think I blow.
When people think I blow, not when I blow. Wait till you think say blow me, not wait till blow me, guy.
Exactly. So you probably will say the time people thought you had blown. Anyways, you get the gist, right?
Yeah, so the idea is for you to get your own way of being intentional. One of the things that works for me is I have a couple of rituals, right? One of them is that I love to spend time. I have personal time a lot in a day. In the morning, very early in the morning, before everyone wakes up, I always have a time for myself.
And in the night.
And also at night, right? I always create that time. I shut myself out to think. So I will always ask a question like, how is she feeling? How am I making her feel? I remember, I think that was 2 years ago or so, there was on my birthday, one of my birthdays, we're having an issue, we're having some kind of issues, and she sent me a birthday message, a personalized birthday message. So what happened is that since that time, each time my birthday comes, I would bring out that message and ask her, how far with this? I hope I'm improving.
You stored the message on Google Drive.
Yeah, I had to save it so that every time I will read it, I will remember, because that was not good of me. That was not the best I could be. I always believe that we should all be growing, male, female. You should be growing. You should be a solid guy, a solid babe. Just try to improve yourself. So intentionality is one thing that would help you. So get your own way.
Yes, remember the whole aim. We're not, like we said, we're not marriage counselors.
Not counseling.
We're not recommending.
But this is the right thing to do.
We're not recommending. We hope that you do the right thing.
I'm recommending intentionality.
We're recommending intentionality
because it's cool.
But how you do that is entirely up to you, because every relationship is different. Yeah. But the whole aim, the idea behind being intentional about your partner is so that you can have a solid family life. Because there are lots of bad stories out there. A lot of things are happening, and a lot of it is because the parties were never intentional with themselves.
Yeah. So we'll keep being intentional. That's one of our commitments. We keep being intentional. Each time we quarrel, she will tell me, you're not being intentional about me. You're not being intentional about this. You're not being intentional about that. And it's cool because it calls me back to my senses. Maybe another time we'll talk about commitment, love and commitment in a relationship.
Yeah.
Because love is what people are putting forward, but love, there are places where love does not cut it. There are things you do for your partner, things you do in a relationship. It's not because you love the person, it's because you're committed to the deal.
Yes.
Right? Jesus did not die because he loves us alone. The point of the cross was a point of commitment. He had made a commitment to save man. Yeah.
So just like you took a commitment to be with each other.
So you made a commitment to be with each other.
You will
have issues, you will have stumbling blocks, but you must come back to your senses and say, hey, we have to work this out, and that is because there is what intentionality in the mix.
Intentionality does a whole lot to, like, anyhow you look at it.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of what we're going to be talking about in the coming days on Barry Lex show, we'll find intentionality, playing around it.
Barry Lex actually is a framework. It's a framework, and intentionality is part
like
of
money sense framework.
Yeah, it's a framework. I mean, whatever we share with you is our own framework. So Barry Lex has a framework behind it. So one of the things behind it is intentionality. And we believe that if you put that in your home as one of the bedrocks, you will have a solid home. You'll be able to know when your kids, you'll be able to know when things are going wrong.
Yeah.
I remember in passing now, I think that was yesterday, I came back, I was extremely tired, and my son was just saying, Daddy, come and play with me. Daddy, come and play with me. Daddy, come and play with me.
I remember.
And when he was saying that, it occurred to me that for the past few days, I've been so busy that I've not played with him.
Yes.
Right? And even though I was so tired, in fact, I was almost sleeping while playing with him, but I had to get down and I played with him.
That was very intentional. Right? So this intentionality is not just about your spouse alone or your children.
It's about the home front.
Exactly.
And it's about the people you work with, it's about the people you do business with.
Intentionality cuts across everywhere.
Yeah. So it's something cool that we are recommending as a solid bedrock that you're going to need. How you implement it is
entirely up to you.
But we recommend it. Okay, guys, thank you.
Thank you. This is Barry Lex Show, and we're back and better. Please drop your comment in the comment section. If there are topics you'd like us to talk about,
let us know.
Show, please let us know.
We have a YouTube channel. Subscribe, Barry Lex.
We'll drop the link. See, this time around, we're serious. We're going to be intentional about this, babe. I don't know what that dance was for, but we're going to be intentional about Barry Lex Show.
Yeah, because I'm excited.
Because from previous episodes, there were comments that made me feel like, oh, you guys are doing the right thing. People are actually learning, and we're satisfied if only one person gets to learn something new from this. So, guys, till we come your way next time, be good. Be good. Have a solid home front and be intentional. I don't understand. Bye.